dim lights, voices shouting through the night. Static hum that shakes the ground, Rift Nation rising loud, profound. Feel the fire, feel the fight, we're the shadows in the night. Crashing waves, we take the stage, unleash the fury, turn the page. Steel strings, scream the truth we bring, echoed chaos, hearts that sting. Electric veins that feed the roar, harder, faster, crave for more. Dust and sparks ignite the air, shattered silence, do we dare? Tidal force, relentless stream, we're the edge, we're the dream. Feel the fire, feel the fight, we're the shadows in the night. Crashing waves, we take the stage, unleash the fury, turn the page. Rift Nation, hold the line. In the chaos, we align. Through the storm, through the pain, we're the anthem in your veins. Feel the fire, feel the fight, we're the shadows in the night. Crashing waves, we take the stage, unleash the fury, turn the page. Rift Nation, hold the line. In the chaos, we align. Through the storm, through the pain, we're the anthem in your veins.
The engine is starting up.
For launch, GC, go. Guidance, go. Fido, go. Prop, go. GNC, go. Max,
Go.
Eagle, go. Ecom.
Go pending final steps to cabin link check.
2, 1.
Is there anyone here that would like to communicate with us? Can you give us a sign?
Welcome to the Rift Nation Network, the RNN, putting a slide in your glide and a dip in your hip. Welcome to the mothership, the home of the travelers of the universe. With shows throughout the week, you can find us at Instagram, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, and more. Everything you could want, everything you can need right here, right now. From the paranormal to the supernatural, from comedy to the spiritual. And now, your featured show. Shall we begin?
It's showtime, folks!
Podcast may contain material that some listeners may find sensitive, offensive, or disturbing. We strive to create respectful and informative content, but topics discussed may include mature themes such as violence, explicit language, or controversial subjects, triggering content including discussions related to mental health, trauma, or other sensitive issues, explicit language. Occasionally, our guests or hosts may use strong language. While we aim to handle these topics with care and empathy, we encourage listeners to exercise discretion. If you find any content distressing, consider skipping or seeking support. Remember that this podcast is not a substitute for professional advice. If you need assistance, please consult a qualified expert.
Slow down. Breathe deeply. Reconnect with yourself and the universe.
Oh my goodness. Hello, hello, hello. It's been a day. It's like
It's just starting.
I'm just having one of those reverse days is what I'm actually having today. So yeah, I didn't even get a chance to share the show out or anything. I shortened the information for the chakras and I'm trying to print them up and that's not even working. So we're just going to go with the flow and I'll read it off the screen. OMG. Welcome everybody to the Cosmic Cushion Podcast. And today we need cushions. I'll tell you. So I'm one of your hosts, Susan, and then we have
Linda Nelson. Good to see you guys.
oh my goodness. If you guys are watching this on replay, awesome. I didn't get a chance to share it out. I normally share the show out to like 70 something platforms, but you know, it is what it is. And then I did a flash freeze. Like it's one of those days, you know. What can you say? What can you say? You know,
Take a breath.
Oh my God. And then I couldn't get the slide up that you sent me because that was as a PDF, which I used the PDFs for the slides, but I wasn't making a slide for this one. I was just kind of like, because I've got so much information that I tried to condense this book into 12 pages.
Oh, I know. It's hard.
Yeah.
I did the same thing with the PDF I sent you.
Yeah,
I'll see if I can't pull it up and then we can always look at that too.
Goodness. So I mean, I'm still printing, but I've got a poop load of information on chakras. So whether you guys are watching this live or you're watching the replay, that's awesome. That's awesome because you never know with chakras. And I've got a buffet of information for you guys here. So, and it's really weird. I'm not leaning forward to squint. I have to sit back to see. Funny, huh? Oh my goodness. So let's enlarge this. There we go.
Looking at this and I've got this big long thing here.
Yeah. So I've got a couple of other ones. Hertz and the other one was I don't know. I found them on my computer, so I put them up. So what we're actually talking about today, and jump in anytime. I figured we could go over the help later. Right now, we'll explain the chakras, and then we can explain the herbs, explain the hertz, explain the crystals, you know, explain all this other stuff with it as well. So figured if you guys there's so much information. So if you guys get the basic idea. Oh, and if you see me run behind and I disappear for a minute, that's because I went to go to the printer. So I'm having one of those days. We
will handle whatever we need to.
Yeah. Or you could say I'm having one of these days.
I love that.
It's still laughing and I put it down. So, oh my God. So right now we're not showing you live on stream. You guys are in the background. But see, the 7 chakras are actually energy centers along the spine, each governing specific physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of your being, and balancing them promotes for actual overall well-being. Maybe I should turn this one this way. No, hold on. Yeah, that's what happens. I want this one over here. Thank you. And then I want this
one. You have something up here.
I want this one over here. No. Here. Yay! Now at least when I'm reading, it'll look like I'm looking at the camera rather than going like this. So, technical difficulties.
Yeah, it's today. I wonder what the astrology is saying about that.
Oh, I don't know, but it's actually pretty funny. So, all right. So here we go. So chakras are actually spinning wheels of energy that run from the base of your spine, which is, you know, your tailbone, all the way down to the crown of your head. That's the 7 major chakra systems. Okay, so now each chakra actually corresponds to a specific color element in an area of your body, influencing both physical health and emotional states. When energy flows freely through the center, we experience balance, vitality, spiritual awareness. Blockages can actually lead to physical and emotional disturbances. Now, we've actually talked about this before. Hello, Z Sun. I totally space sharing out.
Hey.
So, yeah, totally space sharing that out. Now, we're in the root chakra. The root chakra actually is the base of your spine, is where it is. It's in between your anus and your genitals. There's no other way to put that. Okay. The color for this one is red. Now, the element for this, of course, is earth. Because what do you ground to on this chakra? You ground to earth, is what you ground to. Now, the function, what we need to know, the function, it actually governs survival, security, and grounding. It supports basic needs like food, shelter, and financial stability. So if we're having like issues with finances, our root chakra could be clogged, which in turn would what? Block the rest because the energy centers come up. So now, effects of an imbalance. This is an imbalance, not a block. I didn't add the blocks in here. I didn't have time. So,
Okay.
all right, we have anxiety, insecurity, lower back pain, digestive issues, or feeling ungrounded, like you're feeling flighty. That would put it there as well. Balancing practices, of course, is grounding, meditation, yoga poses, like standing postures. And of course, spending time in nature is doing what I like to call a nature bath. Have you ever done a nature bath before?
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
love those. I love just
Not
going
very
out in
consciously,
nature.
but it's just something
Yeah, you
natural.
do. You go out and all of a sudden you feel better because I live in the city. So sometimes when I'll go out, it's automatic. It's like, okay, head to a cushionette because that's where the trees are. Go to the
Mhm.
trees. So I prefer to live around, around nature,
Yep.
not
I,
around,
I get that. Me too.
yeah. It's very hard for individuals who live in the city. One of the suggestions for the root chakra would be plants in your house. I know sometimes it's very difficult to grow plants in a house, especially if you live in a disabled elderly place. You have heat, unbearable heat in the winter. So, cactus. Cactus grows really easy. Another one would be a spider plant. They usually grow pretty well too. I think there's other plants that grow well that would help with this particular condition. That is the root chakra. We're going to get into some other aspects of the root chakra as well, including we'll get into the hertz, the crystals, and all the other aspects of this. But let's give you the basic meaning. So this way, it's like, okay, I know I'm having an issue with this. Maybe I should, look into these particular herbs, look into these particular like sounds or crystals, or, even meditation or nature bathing, whatever it is that you're actually connected with. So it's like there's so much information on this. I have over 300 pages of
Oh my
chakra
God.
information. So, yeah, I tried to shorten it, is what I tried to do to make it fit in an hour. Now we're going to
It's
get into,
really hard
yeah,
to do that.
it's very difficult to do. So now we're going to get into the sacral chakra, which is your lower abdomen just below your navel. What I do is usually do two fingers like this. Oops, sorry. Two two fingers like this. It's two fingers below your belly button. That's the easiest way to tell. Two fingers below your belly button is what I usually do. That's the sacral chakra. Now, the color for this one again is orange. Now, the element to help you heal, water, especially moving and running water like rivers, or literally sometimes just to shower if you're focusing on that particular chakra. Now, its function is the center of creativity, emotions, pleasure, and sexuality. Those are the functions of that. Now, effects of imbalance is emotional numbness when you feel like you just don't care. You're numb to the world, so to speak. Low energy, relationship difficulties, or biggest thing of all, especially for writers or creative people, creative blocks.
Mm.
Now, yeah, you and me, we both do a lot of crafts. So, oh, by the way, one of our shows, we'll decide the date, is going to be a crafty show for ideas about homemade gifts for those that want to give gifts either for Yule or Christmas, whichever you want to call it, that's fine. We're going to do a show on that. So we'll have to decide when the best time for that is. You guys can actually gather your stuff. So that'll be a fun show. All kinds of crafty ideas is what we're going to do. We'll have some examples and so it'll be a lot of fun. So balancing practices is opening hip yoga pose, creative activities, and embracing sensuality. A lot of people will have issues with their sexuality or their sensuality. Now, me being Swedish and got a little bit of French, I'm basically a mutt, so nothing bothers me type individual. But some people do get a little skittish when it comes to their sensual parts. It's like they won't push it forward. They're like, oh my God, no, I can't. But sometimes you need to just, break open the gate, so to speak. You just need to help with that and alleviate it. I'm trying to talk in circles so I don't offend anybody.
I know, and
You know,
I keep thinking we should do an adult show sometime.
Yeah, because literally, guys, I'm a Viking Celtic. Been there, nothing bothers me, nothing shocks me. So we are definitely going to have to do blunt talk one time. I think we'll do a blunt talk show at 3:00. I don't care, my time. We'll do bluntness because we need that every now and then. You need to explode the bluntness.
Absolutely,
People just need to explode. Literally, it'll help with your solar plexus. Anyways.
No argument here.
Nope, you got to go with the flow. You really do. Now, your heart chakra, of course, that is in the center of your chest. Did I do the solar plexus? Did I do the sacral? I did the sacral.
You got the sacral, and then
now
you
I need to do the solar plexus. Yeah. I skipped one. Okay.
It's okay.
Solar plexus is in your upper abdomen near your stomach. So, pat on the big belly. That's my big belly is where it is. Okay. So, and again, it's near the stomach. The color for this is yellow, and your element is fire. I know. Fire is normally red, but you got to remember you have yellow flames in there. Yellow flames. So, and this function of this particular chakra is personal power, self-esteem, okay, confidence, and willpower. So those suffering from low self-esteem, low confidence, really look into the solar plexus and some of the other aspects we'll be looking into for this, because we do have a lot more information for this. And I know Miss Linda did a lot with the herbs. I like to call her the herbal lady. So I do I deal a lot with oils more than herbs. That's kind of my thing. So
well, oils come from herbs.
Yeah, but I buy my oils pre-made. It's not like I can't distill them because
it's pretty intense to try to do that. Yeah.
And I can't hang herbs around here. People think I'm a weirdo as it is. So otherwise I'd be, hey, those need to dry. They're not dried yet. Leave them alone.
Yeah, that's one thing my family does not give me a bad time about.
My kids are used to it.
Yeah.
It's my neighbors.
It's just grandma. She's doing her thing.
Some of my neighbors is like, yeah, we know. So we deal with that. But now effects of an imbalance of your solar plexus, of course, digestive issues, low self-confidence or low self-esteem, indecisiveness, having trouble making decisions, and control issues. I used to be big into control issues. I had a big control issue where I had the reins and I'm sitting there and I'm going, no, mine, you can't have mine. That was me. And it took me so long to get over this. So it takes a while for us to deal with this.
Yeah, it does. And it's probably ongoing if you're like me.
Yeah, because there's things that you do, and say if you did a lot, I don't know, go back in time 10 years ago, you did a lot and nobody gave you, say, any credit for what you did. Automatically, you become what is known as like, mine. Or if
Yeah.
you've had people steal your ideas or, put you down, didn't do this, I did, especially at jobs. Especially at jobs.
Yep.
The higher ups will take credit for what it is you did. So, what that's going to cause? It's going to cause an issue in the solar plexus where it's going to give you this control issue. And it's really hard to let it go and trust yourself again because now you have the indecisiveness, the control issue. So, let's add some low self esteem and low confidence. So, how are you going to judge? So, you've got to work through all of those at the same time. Really intense.
Yeah,
So,
you can put that in the category of shadow work too.
yeah,
Yeah.
actually, you can. We
I
did a
know.
show on that, didn't we?
We did.
We did. So, I forget sometimes. It's like,
Yeah.
I just have fun coming on here to do the Cosmic Cushion. It's like my favorite show to do. I have the other one, but I might limit that to once a month. Because there are places I want to go in the summer before summer's over.
Yeah, I missed you this week.
Yeah, I didn't go
I
on.
did look for you, but
My sister came down, and it was like, okay.
I'm glad you had a little bit of break. But yeah, I went out and got more produce to can. So I've been in a canning frenzy.
I wish. I live in an apartment. It's very hard to do that here.
I
Now,
know.
core strengthening. In order to balance this one, we have core strengthening, yoga poses, of course. Affirmations are really, really good for this particular chakra, and mindful breathing. Now, we've talked about a meditation before where you're focusing more on your breath, and it's kind of a form of it. Mindful breathing. Be mindful of how you're breathing. Like I said, shoulders up and down, stomach in and out. Focus. What do you sound like? What do you hear like? And just focus on your breathing itself. That's very helpful for this.
Yeah, you don't have to be like really perfect in how
No.
you do it. I mean, your breath intake may be different than somebody else's, and that's okay. So just take your time and do it. I think the technique, if you can kind of get that close, you're good.
I agree. You know what I like about imperfection? Blooper reels.
Oh yeah, those are fun.
Come on, guys. If you were perfect, you wouldn't have any blooper reels. Think
No,
of the
and life would
fun
be
when you have
boring.
when you watch. I love blooper reels. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
So let's get into the hot chakra. The hot chakra. Hot chakra, center of the chest. The color is green. Green. The element is air for this particular one. Now, the function is love, compassion, forgiveness, and emotional balance. Okay. So if you're having an issue with your solar plexus, it's going to affect your hot chakra as well. So working this chakra balancing of things that are really good. The function again is love, compassion, forgiveness, and emotional balance. Effects of an imbalance are heart problems, believe it or not, asthma, weight issues, difficulty forming relationships, or emotional withdrawal. It's where you emotionally withdraw from everybody. And we're not talking just people or friends, we're talking family and things. You just withdraw into yourself, is what you're doing. So that's,
Grief is a big,
yeah,
big part of it. When
yeah.
we lost my granddaughter, my other daughter that I live with ended up with a heart attack. And
It's affected the
she
heart
was only
chakra.
40. I mean, 40
Yeah.
years old and a heart attack, yeah.
That was the stress. The stress of the situation can cause that. And that's why chakras are very important, not just for your mental health, but for your physical health as well. I really believe that. So let's see, it was an emotional withdrawal. Now, balancing practice is opening the heart opening yoga poses. I put yoga on this one. Loving kindness meditation. Sometimes it's hard to be loving and kind to yourself. And that's the point. You need to do that to yourself. And acts of compassion, especially for the individuals that are withdrawing, and active compassion. Okay, you're going by somebody that's supposedly homeless. You don't have to give them a buck. You got a donut in a bag, give them the donut. You're
Right.
still helping. Okay. Or you see guys at a construction site and it's hot out and they're sweating. What do? Toss them a couple bottles of water. Just something that'll bring that out. Or something as simple as going in a store and looking at some lady that looks down and go, oh my God, I love that shirt on you. And just by the excitement, you're bringing them up. So
Yeah,
there's a
yeah.
lot of
And
things you can do for that. So
we
much.
had a lady at one of the places that I worked at, and she had something nice to say to every single person she ran into,
Yeah.
every customer, every employee. She was amazing. But yeah, all those little things, they do so much.
Yeah, they do. I agree with that. They really do. Now, your throat chakra, easy to locate, okay? Your throat chakra. Now, the color is blue and the element is ether, which is space. Okay? Space. Now, it's communication. It's located literally when you're speaking, your throat is vibrating. Where you feel that vibration is where your throat chakra is. It's really easy to locate. Okay, now this function, believe it or not, your throat chakra, communication, self-expression, and truth. Now, it's not just like going around telling a bunch of lies, it's being true to yourself, your truth. You know, a lot of individuals will have issues being honest with themselves. It's like me with my control issue. I had to admit I had an issue first, you know. So I had to speak my truth. Then when I spoke my truth, I kept telling everybody, I'm still working on this. I'm still working on this. It was back on ATU Network. That's when I realized I had a control issue. So I kept going with I working on my control issue. I kept letting people know that I was learning to trust and trust in those around me. So that was a big process. What it
I
was.
really like that.
Yeah.
That's a good thing to do because
Yeah.
none of us are perfect, and I know
Oh,
I
heck no.
screw up a lot.
And I tell people, and the reason I do that, I think, is because there might be somebody else out there that doesn't realize and doesn't understand that, okay, I have this issue, but they're not facing up to it. And they're like, oh my God, I can't tell anybody I have this issue. And here you have this crazy old lady that's going, yeah, I've had a control issue. Sure. I've had temper problems too. What else do you want to know? So people don't feel so alone when you let them know,
What
guess what? We're not perfect either.
what I
There's
like
nothing
about it, and
wrong with that.
I'm gonna steal that from you, is my family is really big at calling each other out for stuff, and they'll go,
Good.
"Why did you do that?" I'm still working on it.
Yeah.
Like,
Kind of like when my kids are wrong. I don't know who did it. I don't know who did this. I don't know. So
it's like you
literally,
got to set
yeah,
a separate place at the table for I don't know.
yeah. So I had I'm the parent of I don't know. So that's my other child is I don't know. So I had that baseball hat made up. So when I was out walking the dog, my hair was really long. I put it up in a ponytail. That was my I don't know hat.
Love
So
that.
hello, how you doing? This is Jamie Pendy.
I
I
am
think.
not seeing anybody coming in or the chat.
Ah, that's YouTube. All right, so we're talking chakras today, is what we're talking about. Right now, we're on the throat. We're going to give a lot of information later in order to help you guys work through some of the issues with the chakras as well. So, effects of an imbalance, okay? Oh, the function is communication, self expression, and truth, as we said. Now, the effects of an imbalance would be sore throat, thyroid issues, difficulty expressing oneself, or fear of speaking. Okay, fear of speaking is a big one. Now, back before I became so bold, I used to be so quiet. I actually had a lapis lazuli pendant I wore right up against my throat. It helped open me up because the lapis lazuli helps with the communication, but it also let me communicate truths without being so harsh, you know? So it helped with that. Now, balancing practices are chanting, you know, hey, hey, oh, hey, oh, chanting whatever you want to chant, singing, neck and shoulder yoga stretches are really good for this, and mindful communication. You know, literally, if you need help with speaking your own truths, you can start in the mirror. Speak one's truth in the mirror until we actually believe it. So, yes, we're a bolt of information and laughter on this show. That's what we are.
gotta have that laughter.
You have to. Laughter's so healing. So now we're going to get into the third eye, which is boink, located right in between your eyebrows, by the way. And that's your forehead between your eyebrows. The color of this is indigo. Okay, indigo is like a combination of purple and blue. Indigo. Okay, so the element for this one is light. Okay, light. Now, the function is intuition, insight, imagination, and mental clarity. Mental clarity. And sometimes it's hard for us to clear up our brain. Like we're not clear. We don't have clarity in our thoughts. Sometimes they go, boop, 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 boop. You know, I just call them brain farts. That's what I call them. Every now and then I'll have what is known as a brain fart. And that's because my brain isn't processing information with my mouth. So, you know, or I'll go to say something. I don't know. So that's not clear enough is what it is. So let's see. So, and again, the function is insight, intuition, insight, imagination, and mental clarity. Now, the effects of an imbalance would be headaches, vision problems, loads of those, but it's not from this, lack of focus, or difficulty making decisions. Believe it or not, stems from your third eye chakra. So if you're an indecisive person, you might want to do a little work on that particular chakra, is what you might want to do. Some of the balancing practices are meditation, visualization, exercises, and mindful reflection. There's a lot of mindfulness in these things, a lot. So we're going to get into the explanation of the last one before we share more information. Max Headroom. It's one of those days. That's okay. It's been a day just went. Okay, the crown chakra is located on the top of your head. That's where it is. Okay, the color for this is violet, and I always use violet. You can use white. I prefer violet or purple because I use a white ball of light to cleanse the chakras. So putting white into white doesn't necessarily work for me as far as a visual, but you can say that the top chakra is white, but I prefer, like I said, violet. That's the way I see it. So this element we're dealing with is thought and your consciousness. Okay, think of it, spirituality, consciousness. Now, the function of this is your spiritual connection, enlightenment, and higher consciousness. We're talking about your higher self. Effects of imbalance, of feeling disconnected, lack of purpose. This is where purpose comes in. It comes in with this particular chakra. Or spiritually confused. Not sure where you fit in spiritually. Am I this? Am I that? Am I that? Am I this? Spiritually confused. Okay. Now, balancing practices, of course, meditation, prayer, and practices that foster spiritual awareness would be something that helped you out. Now, let's see, what do we got over here? We have, before we get into the oils, we should probably get into the herbs. Now, can I do a screen share on that? Let's see. Let me see if I can do a screen share. Screen share to show you guys this one. Screen share. There we go. Come on, you coming up? Are you coming up?
Come out wherever you are.
It's like, now let's try that. And it comes up blank. So give me a minute, guys. Hold on. We'll do this. We'll do this.
Okay. Worst case, I've got the long version. I can kind of skim through if we need to.
Hold on. All right. Now let's try this again. Let's take this one. Hold on. And let's replace with screen share. And that should be it right there. Ha! I got it.
Yay.
Oh, hi, Keith. Thank you so much. So let's pull this one up before I get into anything else. I'm gonna have to widen this because this one for me is a little.
I can't read this at all.
Zoom and scroll. Okay. Waiting.
If I maximize it, am I going to cover you up?
Hold on, that's what I'm kind of working on right now, is a way to maximize. All right, let's see. Why can I not customize? So what I'm trying to do right now is to figure out what this says. So there goes that damn thing again. Hold on. All right, so radius. Come on. Waiting for permission. For what?
Who's got to give you permission?
Oh, I don't know. So it's waiting for permission here. So hold on. Oh, I know.
It's not working.
We're trying real hard. All right, so let me pull it up over this way. Let's see if I can pull the PDF up over here. All right, so can you guys still see it, or are you seeing something else?
I can see it. I just can't read it.
All right, so I'm going to enlarge this the best I can over here. Can you see it now?
I can see it. I still can't read it. It's not doing anything.
Not doing anything. Hold on. All right, so let's drag to move. All right, hold on. Customize. No. Sorry, we're going to try replacing this one more time with the big one. That one. Ha. Ha! We're trying. All right. So, yeah, it's not getting any big no matter what I do here. So let's try, if we do this, see if it gets any better. So you guys can see a little bit.
I can kind of read it with this thing, sort of.
All right.
If you want me to go with this.
Yep. If you want to go with this, you can go with that.
So
I got it here.
Got the root at the base of the spine.
Mm-hmm.
The herbs that you can use with that is ashwagandha, dandelion root, ginger, burdock root, and turmeric for grounding, stability, security, and vitality.
Nice.
And then we've got the sacral, the lower abdomen, which was the orange, cinnamon, cardamom, fennel, orange peel, and Damiana, which I am not sure what that one is, but everything else is kind of like the same kind of family.
Damiana.
That's for creativity, pleasure, emotional flow, and passion.
Ooh.
And then we have the center of the solar plexus, which is the upper abdomen, and that's yellow. Chamomile, lemon balm, milk thistle, rosemary, and ginger. And that's for confidence, willpower, digestion, and personal power. I'm just going to read these through real quick.
Go ahead.
And then we've got the heart, which is the center of the chest, and that's green. So you want hawthorn berry, rose, lavender, holy basil, and motherwort for love, compassion, healing, and emotional balance. And then we have the third eye. Did I miss one? I missed the throat. Okay, so throat is blue. Peppermint, sage, slippery elm, licorice root, and thyme. And that is for communication, self-compassion, truth, and clarity.
Yep.
And then we've got come on, don't go away. The third eye.
Yeah.
Which is between the brows, and that's indigo. Mugwort, lavender, ginkgo bilago, eyebright, and bacopa. And that's for intuition, insight, focus, and inner wisdom. And we have, oh crap, come on. I just had, this is a joke.
Nope.
This is the crown.
Yeah.
Which is white or violet.
Violet, yeah.
And then you've got lavender, frankincense, lotus, goba koala, I can never say that, St. John's wort, and that's for spiritual connection, enlightenment, peace, and clarity.
Yeah, I totally
that for all you guys.
That. Yeah. So,
but if you look at them, though, you can see where you can kind of go by the color and the smell and the flavor, and kind of it fits.
Yeah. You can do that. You can do that. And you can also put them in like a sachet. And you don't have to go to the store and buy sachets. You can take like a piece of material and a sewing thread, and that's it. Make yourself a little herb sachet to help balance out, your to help balance out your particular chakra. If you want to put a little from each color, that'll work. Do that too. Just try not to overpower your scent station. Like, I've done that. I've done that. So right here in front of us, we have Hertz. Okay. And we have Hertz in front of us. And next up, we have more Hertz. More Hertz. This Hertz is a little bigger. The other one is a little smaller. So as you guys sit here and look at these Hertz, I've got to fix this one because I got to stop the screen share because it's the only way to stop. Yay. Okay, we're going to get into these in a minute. So right now, what we're going to get into is the oils, because some people will work well with the herbs, where they can carry the herbs around in the bag and they work well. Others just want to go drop and go with oils. So figured we'd hit every avenue we could find. And where is that? Oh no. What did I do with that? I lost that page. Hold on a second, guys.
It's there somewhere.
It's like, I got it.
Yay.
That's too funny. I got
On a
it.
roll.
Yeah, I know. It's one of those days. Hold on. Get all this crap down. Where's the other one? Pull you guys up. All right, where are you? Oh, for Christ's sakes. All right, here we go. Hi.
Well, welcome to the show.
Oh my God. So now we're going to get into some essential oils. Okay. My advice right off the bat when you're using an oil is please make sure it's a therapeutic or medical grade. You do not want, that's the difference between an herb and an oil. An herb, you can pick up the plant, dry it, and use it. Okay. But with an oil, it has to be distilled a certain way. If it's a fragrance oil, it's not going to be potent. It might not have the correct effect. So you need therapeutic or medical grade oil, which you can get. It's really not that expensive. You can get small little ounces because you don't really need that much. So
the thing is, but I was going to say, if you have fragrant oils that are for fragrance, a lot of times they have other fillers and things with them, and that can affect you in a more negative way.
Yeah, it really can. So let's see, as far as your root chakra, which you guys know where it's located, some of the oils is Vervita, cedarwood, patchouli, and sandalwood. Those are the essential oils that are good for the root. Now, the sacral chakra, we are dealing with ylang ylang, which is really good to use if you're going through menopause in the middle of it. Ylang ylang will help you balance. Okay, just so you know that. Sweet orange, and of course, sandalwood again. Sandalwood is just so awesome. Now, the solar plexus, we have ginger, which, God, I love gingerbread cookies. I think I'm hungry. Peppermint and rosemary.
Mail some over here, okay?
Yeah, peppermint and rosemary. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm thinking, geez, gingerbread cookies might be good. The oven was, if it wasn't so hot. All right, your hot chakra, we have rose otter, all right, bergamot, and neuro oil. Okay, throat chakra. Love this one. It works on clearing up your sinuses so well. Eucalyptus, chamomile, or frankincense. A word of advice. If you take any type of anxiety meds that bring you down, be very careful around chamomile. Very careful around chamomile because it could bring you down too far where you're not going to wake up. Even a chamomile tea, be careful with chamomile. If you're on high blood pressure meds, watch out for peppermint, just so you guys know those two things. Now, let's see, the third eye. The oils would be lavender, clary sage, and frankincense, which is pretty awesome. Now we have the crown. Dun, dun, dun. I'm in a rare form here
I
today.
need a
I don't
tiara to
know.
put on when you say that.
Okay, so the oils for the crown are frankincense, myrrh, and lavender, which, if you think about it, if lavender puts you to sleep and you need to relax in order to go into a meditative state, yeah, that works.
Yeah.
That works. It works. Oh my goodness. So what is this? That's okay. Where was I?
You just
okay.
finished the crown and the
Oils. All right.
oils.
Here we go. We got some crystals. Okay, recommended crystals here. Now, this is, and again, I love crystals. I love working with them. So we are going to work with, let's see, best crystals for your root chakra. Okay. Now we have, of course, red jasper, which I recommend all the time, is a nurturer. It works for grounding, stability, supports during stress, promotes courage and strength, gentle, nurturing energy as far as red jasper. Now, black tourmaline is what is known as the protector. These are all root chakras. Black tourmaline is the protector. It's a powerful grounding and protection. It is powerful. It absorbs negative energy, which is why you need some in your house. It creates a sense of safety and it shields from environmental stress. So I always get these by the bundle of a bag of black tourmaline, and I create a grid in my house with them to help with that. Hematite is kind of milder than that one. And this is the strong grounding properties, connects you to the earth energy, supports manifestation, balances body and mind. These are all the root. Now, the last one on this list, itchy nose, the last one on this list is smoky quartz. Grounding without heaviness, releasing fear and negativity, gentle detoxification, and supports letting go. So, depending on what it is that you are working on, will depend on what's happened. I'm sorry, I can't understand these chakras. Should I check my zodiac? Chakras are the 7 major chakras in your body. If you watch from the beginning, you could actually understand the issues and psychological and physical issues we actually have. But if you want to check your zodiac, that'd be cool too. It's certain issues you have, unable to speak or not speaking, then you know you have an issue with your throat chakra. But if you start from the beginning, you'll be able to follow a little bit easier. Now, sacral chakra, we have carnelian, orange calcite, sunstone are the 3 for that one. Now, carnelian, they call the artist stone. That one ignites creativity and passion, boosts confidence and courage, enables vitality and motivation, supports healthy sexuality. Orange calcite is the energizer. Maybe that's why I'm sitting next to the orange calcite in the case. Amplifies creativity, clears emotional blockages, brings joy and playfulness, supports emotional healing. Now, the sunstone, which I wear every day, right here, every day I have a sunstone on. It comes with me everywhere. Restores joy and pleasure, enhances self-worth, supports independence, and brings warmth and vitality, is what this particular one does. And I like sunstone because especially if you're feeling down, you need that boost, that sunshine boost to help bring like rather than going outside and even though it's sunny, you feel like it's a cloudy day, that type feeling. And you go out and it's like the sunstone really helps with that. Always has for me anyways. Best crystals for solar plexus, citrine, tiger's eye, yellow jasper. Now let's see, citrine, which is, good stone. It's a money stone. It's called the success stone. Just so you know. Hello. It's called the sunstone. It boosts confidence, self-esteem, attracts abundance and success, enhances motivation, willpower, and brings joy and optimism. Now, tiger's eye is what is known as the warrior stone. I always had those when I was in college. Helped me focus, strength and personal power, enhances courage and confidence, supports decision-making. Always had it during a test. Balances yin and yang energy. So that would be another good crystal for that as well. The yellow jasper binds inner strength, supports during challenges, enhances and endures, promotes self-confidence. Hot chakra. I'm running out of breath here. Hot chakra, rose quartz, green aventurine, and jade. I love me some jade. Rose quartz is the love stone. It's unconditional love and self-love, emotional healing, forgiveness, opens your heart to give and receive, and gentle nurturing energy. Green aventurine, also good money stone, is the heart healer, helps emotional wounds, bring optimism and hope, attracts love and friendship, and supports heart health. Now, jade, the stone of harmony, promotes harmony in relationship, attracts good luck in abundance, supports emotional balance. It's actually the ancient stone of love and virtue, believe it or not. Now, let's see. Throat chakra, blue lace, agate, sodalite. Those are the two that we'll pick on right now because I know we're coming close and we still have to do hertz. All right. So, blue lace agate is gentle, calming communication, helps express difficulties in truth, reduces fear of speaking, soothes throat tension. Sodalite is the logic stone. Now, that enhances clear communication, supports rational thought, boosts confidence in speaking, and also helps organize thoughts. You can also use aquamarine. And again, for the third eye, amethyst, lapis lazuli, labradorite are the best three that we have. Now, amethyst enhances intuition and psychic abilities, promotes spiritual awareness, calms the mind for clarity, actually supports meditation and insight is what it does. And then lapis is the wisdom stone. Labradorite is what is known as the magic stone. Now, the best for the crown chakra, again, quartz, selenite, amethyst again, are the three that they actually recommend. The clear quartz actually amplifies spiritual connection. It also enhances, clear quartz enhances every other crystal you actually work with. It amplifies the crystals. Enhances clarity, consciousness, connects to higher self, universal healing stone as well. That's why the golden healer is a yellow form of that. Now we're getting into some frequencies. Let's see if we can get into frequencies. Oh, we're way down there now. These frequencies, I have two different sets. I have one that'll help with the hertz, and then I also have the other one up that help you with certain conditions that you actually have. The chart you see in front of you right now will help you, like pain, reducing pain is 174 hertz. That's a pain reduction, and you could just go right on YouTube and ask for the hertz that is you're looking for. So for that. But as far as the root chakra, which is the base of the spine, the hertz for that is 396. 396 for the root chakra. Sacral chakra is 714. The solar plexus is 528. The heart is 639. The throat is 741. The third eye is 852. And the crown is 963. Now, all of these hertz you can work with in order to help. Like if you're the type of individual that works better with sound, use sound. If you work better with herbs, use the herbs. If you work better with oils, use those. Crystals, use those. Whatever it is that helps you maintain that balance for that chakra. Mantras, telling yourself, I am a confident woman in the mirror all the time. If you need to do the mantras, do that as well. So there's a lot of good information here. So let's see. In front of you, you're going to see again, for help reducing pain is 174 hertz. Also, next one, if you want to read these, you can.
Oh, I can do that. You want me to do that?
I need a swig of coffee.
Okay, I got it. You take your swig of coffee. So if you want to influence your energy field, 285 hertz. And liberation from guilt and fear, 396 hertz. And 417 is above situations, facilitating change. It's really close to the next one, which is 528 for transformation,
Yep.
miracle, and restoring DNA. 639 for relationships and spiritual connection. 741 cleaning, truth, and expression. And I keep seeing clearing with the 741, and I don't know if that means anything, but that's what
It
I'm
could
throwing
use your
out there.
intuition, your instincts. Maybe you can read the last one there. I had to get us
I
off
can.
that.
So 852 was intuition, and then 936 is awakening, the original perfect state.
Exactly. What is perfect to you, not what's perfect to everybody in the outside world, but it's more like what is perfect for you. Let's see what we got over here. Now, this is another avenue of this. Let's see. Natural anesthetic heals physical pain, heals emotional pain, increases courage, clears auras. Very important to clean your aura. In emotional wellness. That's all in the 174 hertz. Next.
We almost need like a 9-part series here.
Yeah, I'm really squishing this information in.
So the next one is 285, rejuvenates, regenerates tissues, heals internal organs, increases energy, immune system, and heals auric field.
Let's see. We got 396 hertz, which of course is a frequency, liberates guilt and fear, turns grief into joy, clears negativity, empowers goals, inner peace, and root chakra.
417 facilitates change, enhances creativity, clears negative energy, manifests intentions, and cleanses trauma and your sacral chakra.
528. Love 528. Okay, it's a love frequency. Love frequency. Transformational, divine miracles, self-confidence, restores DNA. That's your solar plexus chakra as well.
And then 639 is attracts love, positive energy, balances emotions, heals relationships, brings harmony, and the heart chakra. We need to put that all over the country.
Yeah, we do. Big time. We've got 741 hertz, self-expression, problem solving, clearing cells, cleaning viral infections, purifying body and mind, and it's in your throat chakra.
And then 852, return to spiritual order, awaken your intuition, raise cell vibrations, awaken your inner strength, and it's a bridge to your higher self. This is your third eye chakra.
Now we have 963. I don't know where these accents come from. This is Christ consciousness. What doesn't mean you're all Christian and you all have to say Jesus. It means that's your higher power. They just label it that. So whatever your higher power is, pure miracle tone, high level intuition, telepathy, psychic vision, and your crown chakra. Now, here is the thing. If you guys saying, okay, I really want to work with my crown chakra, but it's not working. Have you checked the other chakras? That's what you need to do.
On and up, and things kind of overlap because
Right.
we're all like not separated into individual parts. We're all
Get yourself a pair of tinctures. Okay? Really easy. Bang them together. See, there's an issue in my throat. So there's definitely need to work on my throat.
That's interesting.
Chakra. Do you see how it lowers around the chakra you have an issue with? So let's try that again. I'll start from the third eye this time. Does it again. It's a frequency.
What is that called?
It's a tincture. Tinctures.
Tincture.
See? They're Tibetan
cool.
tinctures. Is what they are. They're just like,
Yeah, that's cool. I never heard of those.
Yeah, there's the tinctures. They work really well for that. Another way to do this, to check them, is your pendulums. For anybody that has a pendulum, You can literally hold it in front of your third eye and say, show you, of course, you got to be in a mirror. Show me the direction of my third eye. Which direction is my chakra in my third eye spinning? See how it shows you how it's spinning. So that's wide open and we know how it's spinning. Now, from the sound, there's an issue in this chakra. Show me the spin of my throat chakra. Show me the spin of my throat chakra. So see how small that is? So there's an issue there. And if it spins backwards, then you know that your chakra is spinning in reverse. So you can do it that way as well. Another way to do it is just take your crystals, you know, all your crystals that you have. This is just the one that I have. Take your crystals, lay them where you are, and put them on a bed. You can do it that way. Or you can have your scents with you. You can have your herbs. You can literally, you can cook with certain herbs that correspond with the color of your chakra. That, believe it or not, will help. You can charge moon water. We have an eclipse coming. Okay. Perfect time to charge water. Okay. I've tried, the last time I charged water, it was during the blue moon. Really awesome time to charge moon water. You take your moon water, you can put it in little bottles, little vials, put the color of each chakra in it. When your chakra feels off, down your water. And
Oh,
it'll
I
help
have
balance
some.
it out. It's
I
really easy.
I
It's
have
the
a
color.
bottle and I kept it
Yeah.
in the refrigerator since then.
Yeah. Moon water is really, really good. I've never had an eclipse moon water before. So I don't know if the eclipse is coming day or night. It's a good question.
That is a good
That would
question.
be interesting to
Find
find
out.
out. Right. So you have to remember the moons. Full moon is new beginning. The new moon, which is considered the dark moon, that is for banishing. You want to banish negativity. So when you're working with energy and crystals and you need to banish something out of your life, like we'll pick on me again, my control issue, you work with the dark moon, which is the new moon. You want to banish it. So if you just get rid of the negativity, okay? And the full moon is for new beginnings. That's to start something new, a new project, a craft you want to start. You can work with the moon energy that way as well. So there's a lot of good information out there. And this was chakras into frequencies into all kinds of information.
Yeah, if you guys there, because there was so much information here, I'm going to recommend that you rewatch this, and you can always slow it down or pause it and take some good notes, and really it'll help you have a guide to go back and forth to.
There's a lot more information out there. I condensed over 359 pages that I've put together over years
So yeah,
into 12. And
and
that
you
was
can go
hard
into
to do.
you can go into each one and dig yourself deeper in a little rabbit hole,
Yeah.
whatever it takes, but it's like probably life changing if you really pay attention and start working with some of these things.
It really is, because it's going to help you in the long run. And like we talked about when we were doing addiction issues, the issues with addiction, you can actually help by working with someone's chakras. Helping them balance your chakras would help with the addiction, because you're not focusing on their addiction issues, which we had a series on that. They're not focusing on those particular issues. You're focusing more on cleansing some of the aspects. So if you go back and you look at those as far as which chakra corresponds with that, that'll help you out as well. So go back and check that show out too, especially if you need help with
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we could write a book already.
that. What's next week? I have no idea. What are we doing next week?
We talk about something.
I don't know. I don't
It's
know.
been such a crazy week. My
It's
head has
been a
been
crazy
uncanny.
week. It's been a really crazy week. I don't know
Any
what we
thoughts?
should
I
do.
don't know. Maybe we should talk about preserving things. I don't know.
We could do that. We could talk about preserving. We could have blunt talk. We could do, you know what? We'll think about it and we'll get back to you guys. But we're going to be here next week because we're not going to leave you alone.
Keep an eye on our keep an eye on our. Oh, I know what I was thinking. Next
What?
week, my grandson, he's going to be downstairs probably playing games while we're on the thing.
Yeah.
Because his parents are going away for the day. And I'm thinking that maybe we should do something on the inner child.
Ooh.
Because he'll be there. I mean, even if he's not, I imagine he'll be up and down.
Awesome. I'll bring my
You like
pajamas and my blankie.
There you go. We should.
Everybody, let's have a pajama party.
I think that's wonderful.
I'll have my homemade blankie and I'll
have some hot cocoa.
Sure. What is this? Zoom Inha Freaky. Typo. Oh, okay. I thought that was a new language. With me, you never know. So don't forget to rewatch the show. I think that's what we'll do. We'll do inner child.
I like that.
You know, that's part of shadow work. We could separate each thing as far as shadow work. But don't forget, we will let you guys know when we are going to do the homemade gifts idea show. It's all about making stuff yourself. And to me, when you make something yourself, you put your heart in it. I mean, there's tons and tons of stuff you can actually do. And it's
we can probably get a list ahead of time where you could get like Dollar Tree stuff, or things you see in the thrift shop.
We should record ourselves getting the stuff for the show.
That would be fun.
All right, I'm being really goofy. All right, guys, we will see
you all
next week. This Saturday, I'm not sure if it's an on or off for the Viking Celtic Pixie. I'm not sure yet. I'm going to pick probably once a month to do readings on there. So this way it's not so consistent and focus more on the cosmic cushion. So, because I seem to be having fun.
You need a break once in a while too.
Yeah, I do. Oh my God, the welcome we'll be back or thank you for watching isn't here. Ha! Oh. It disappeared. That's awful.
Technology day today. Maybe there's something going on with your
disappeared and not here. I don't know where it is. All right, guys. I will see you next week. And I'm definitely going to be very goofy again. So peace. Damn it, I did it again.